Well, it's time for another very late show again. So welcome. Hi, I'm Corey Gerard, and I will talk to you about the legalization of marijuana or weed. Now it seems that many people are either jumping for joy or overjoyed at the fact that marijuana is finally being made legal. And that's all fine and dandy, but the people will still have to pay for the weed because it's not like the powers that be are giving all that weed to the public for free. And personally, I can't understand why that many people are acting all joyous over being given the right to legally purchase weed if they weren't actually given the rights to grow as much as they wanted on their own without restriction or a grower's fee. And if the people weren't given the rights to buy as much as they wanted at any given time. So this really makes the legal marijuana a victory for all weed users who won't get charged with any criminal offense when partaking in the legal marijuana unless they break the rules regarding not being able to use in public, not being able to drive under the influence of it, and not having no more than a couple of ounces on them at a time because of the mandatory jail time pertaining to possessing weight. But if these user restrictions are the case, then how are the weed smokers better off with the legal marijuana more so than with the illegal marijuana? Because if you break any of those legal marijuana rules, you'd be charged with a drug charge just the same. So this legal marijuana stuff doesn't give any victories to weed head smokers, but rather an illusion of some type of win victory. So let's address the benefits of gaining access to legal marijuana for a medicinal or recreational use. Well, first of all, the legal weed most definitely has a greater concentrated THC amount within it, which gets the user much higher than if they had just used some regular illegal homegrown stuff. Secondly, if you obtain the legal marijuana rather than the illegal weed, you most certainly wouldn't be committing any criminal act, so you'd have more peace of mind there. But again, you still must follow the rules in accord with the legal marijuana. And lastly, the legal stuff offers you far more variety than the illegal weed does, because no organization can do it bigger and better than a system of government can. Now let's address the disadvantages with regard to lawfully using the legalized bud. Well, first of all, companies that hire persons don't honor the rights of those legal weed users. So if you fail the drug test, you won't get hired, whether or not you're using legal or non-legal marijuana. And that also means that many tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands will be unemployed. Secondly, the higher THC count will ensure that lawful weed smokers stay high as a bird. But what goes up must eventually come down, and sooner than later, people will start to build up a stronger tolerance for the legal weed, and then seek out other drug substances that will restore their wings for sky-high flight purposes. And thirdly, it is proven that substances like liquor and weed were gateway drugs, which led its users to seek out more dangerous and addictive dope substances. So this legalization of marijuana might be a trendsetter that establishes current and future generations of dope fiend drug addicts, which includes young children as well. And in closing, I must say that marijuana is proven to be safer than all other street drugs, so I'm not here to condemn this friendly herb substance, but rather point out all of the facts about it, or as many as I can think of, because I believe full well that people should know what they are getting into, as well as what they allow regarding this most serious issue about legalization of marijuana. So this is Corey Gerard again, and this now concludes another lesson. Thank you all for tuning in.